We are here today with Patrick Smith, owner and CEO of Century 21 Cascade, 6 offices in a huge surrounding area, over 100 agents.
Yep.
Patrick, thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Jeff.
Today, I wanted to ask you a few questions. The market has really shifted right now. It's a different market than we've seen in a long time. Some sellers are having to wait longer, and it's kind of funny because sellers were used to having like multiple offers within 7 days. They're not seeing that now, and after a week, they're freaking out. Oh my God, nobody's made an offer. It's a totally different market. So what are you doing these days to help the sellers get an offer on their place?
Thanks for asking, Jeff. So a good realtor is going to, whether they're representing a buyer or a seller, they should set expectations accordingly on that first meeting. With sellers, I think a lot of sellers are hearing, what's going on within the industry, so they already know they need to be flexible. And if we sense that they're not aware of that, then we make them aware. Look, you need to have a little bit of flexibility. You can't dig your heels in and not be willing to budge on price or concessions to buyers, because a lot of buyers are trying to enter into the market, being first-time home buyers, step-up buyers, step-down buyers, in a market with inflated home prices and higher interest rates. And so that puts a big burden and a big challenge on buyers just starting out of the gate. So if sellers can understand that, hey, you may not see the ultimate sales price that you would have seen 2 years ago, but you're still going to walk away with a lot of equity in your pocket, so long as you're willing to be flexible with the buyer, because buyers don't have a lot of choices out there. But even not having a lot of choices, they're being very, very discerning with their choices.
Absolutely. And, I think an important thing to realize is we had huge appreciation.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was up to, high double digits, like 19% one year.
Right.
But we had huge appreciation. What I saw was there was a lot of people that would just dial up their value on one of those valuations, Zillow or Redfin or whatever, to see what's my home worth. And they would see an inflated value because comps were selling for crazy prices. And, it seems like they'd have a $450,000 house, and before they knew it, hey, I got a $600,000 house.
Right.
And did they really? Well, no, probably, maybe in their own mind at that time. But the reality was they had based their valuations on really some faulty information.
Sure.
And so people start wrapping their head around, I got a $600,000 house, and they talk to a realtor that says, no, your house is, the comparable sales are showing right around the $500,000 mark.
Right.
What do you share with clients to help them get off that idea that they have a higher value home than what they're thinking?
It's really just providing them a real dose of reality. So if, it's funny because in previous market downturns whereas it was more of a buyer's market and unfavorable to sellers were more apt to dig in their heels and say, I'm just not budging on price, I'm not budging on concessions. In this market currently, it's still not a buyer's market, but sellers are becoming a little bit more educated, I believe, because we are not seeing sellers being inflexible overall.
Yes.
The way they have been in previous markets. We're seeing a lot of sellers, and maybe a lot of it has to do, I'm hoping, with their agents going in and really helping them to understand the current status of the market. And we're telling sellers, it's like, look, there's a difference between whether you want to sell your house or whether you need to sell your house, because it changes everything in the way we are going to present your house to the public.
Absolutely. Patrick, thank you so much for
Jeff.
being here with me today. Invaluable information. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.